July 30th, we got a nice little matchup between Danny Swift Garcia and Jose Benavidez Jr. Should be a rather interesting fight, being that this is Danny Garcia's first fight at 154 pounds. This is the division that he decides, this is his new division he want to call home. Should be rather interesting to see how he performs at this weight. We'll see how his power transitions, his speed, which is really never was there in the first place, which I never understood why his name was Swift. But let's get into it, man. Let's get into this fight. Let's get into the attributes and the tail of the tape real quick. So we got Danny Garcia. He's 34 years old. Jose Benavidez is 30 years old. So Jose Benavidez got the youth over Danny Garcia. Jose Benavidez is 5'10.5". Danny Garcia is 5'8". So Jose Benavidez has the height over Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia reached 68.5 inches. Benavidez is 71 inches. So Jose Benavidez has the reach advantage as well. Now the attributes. Let's talk about the jab. Neither one of these dudes really utilize a jab as much. Just watch their fights. You know, Danny Garcia, he'll throw a jab out there and set up some things, but he's not really a big jabbing dude like that. But he jabs. He set up some shots whenever he feels that he has to do it. But overall, Jose Benavidez, I never really see him use his jab at all, if any. So even though Danny Garcia, he uses his jab very minimally as well too. So, but he still utilizes it more than Jose. So I got to give the jab to Danny Garcia. Power, Danny Garcia's power rating is at 53.85%. I know it sounds kind of paltry, but that's because, you know, as you move up and you get more fights, and then you start not to get as many knockouts when you start facing tougher competition. So that's pretty much what that's about. But Danny Garcia has power in both hands. Everybody knows that, no surprise. Sneaky left hook of thunder. Jose Benavidez power is at a 62.7% knockout ratio. But being that Danny Garcia, he has power in both hands, I would have to give the slight nod in power to Danny Garcia. So both of these dudes have power, have decent power. I just think Danny's is more thunderous. Footwork. Both of these dudes don't have much footwork, especially Jose. He definitely has sloppy footwork, but Danny Garcia's footwork is a notch up from his. So even though Danny Garcia is mostly flat-footed, when he moves, he can move. When he decides to move, whatever that is. The very few times we have seen him move, he can move. So I'll have to give that nod. The footwork department has to go to Danny Garcia. The punch rate, the punch output definitely goes to Jose Benavidez. Jose Benavidez is like a smaller version of his little brother. Put it like that. He's not as fast as David Benavidez, but they have similar styles. He definitely has he has a lot of punch value. Not as much as David, but he definitely has punch output, especially when he gets you up on the ropes. But he has a good, a healthy punch rate. Definitely over Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia is more of a counter puncher, so he'll set off some shots first. But Danny Garcia is more of a reactionary fighter than he is of a high rate volume puncher, or he's just like a proactive fighter. That's not Danny. So I'll give the punch rate or punch value to Jose Benavidez. Speed or defense. David Benavidez, Jose Benavidez or Danny Garcia, they don't have the best defense. But after analyzing both of these dudes, Jose Benavidez defense is, I would say, is a slight tad bit better. He moves his head a little bit more away from punches better than Danny Garcia does. That's really it. That's the only slight nod I have to give to Jose Benavidez on the defense level, is he does move his head a little bit better than Danny Garcia. But as far as like blocking punches, he does that a little bit better too, somewhat. But Danny Garcia is more of a he can block his a little better. So like in the defense department, man, as far as it depends on how you look at it. You know, do you look at it like moving your head around as much is better defense than blocking the punch? It depends, but I would have to give the slight nod to Jose Benavidez on that. Just a slight, not much, but just a little bit more. The speed, Jose Benavidez ain't as fast as David Benavidez, but he does have some speed. Definitely faster than Danny Garcia. He has more speed than Danny, so hands down, I'll give the speed to Jose Benavidez as well. Accuracy, I see Jose Benavidez wing a lot of his punches, miss a few shots. I would have to definitely say Danny Garcia is more accurate with his punches because he takes more time with his punches, much more calculated. So Danny Garcia definitely is the more accurate puncher. Body work, both of these dudes got good body work, man. Jose and Danny. I just think Danny's is a little bit more effective, man. But Jose got that whipping body work because his arms are longer. But I would say Danny's is more compact, more effective in my opinion. So I have to give the body work nod to Danny Garcia. Outbox skills, I don't know, man. I had to put a question mark on that for both of them because these dudes just don't outbox. It's just not them. So I probably have to leave that out. So I have to just leave that out, man. But overall, we have, as attributes go, we got Danny has the jab, the power, the footwork, the accuracy, and the body work. Jose Benavidez got the punch rate, defense, and the speed. So Danny has the most attributes over Jose Benavidez. So how do I see the fight going? Both these dudes they're gonna throw leather. It's just what they do. Danny Garcia is kind of like flat-footed. Benavidez is tight flat-footed. So you're probably gonna see a very cagey fight. You'll probably see some inside phone booth fighting in this fight. But Danny's gonna be much more calculated, much more cautious. Now, Jose, as far as durability, Danny Garcia, he's never been knocked out. He's never been knocked down. He has a fucking iron chin. I've never seen Danny wobble. Man. I think maybe once in one fight. Was that against Keith Thurman? I think Keith Thurman. I've never seen him right. Even Errol Spence. I didn't really see where he was really hurt fighting Errol. Danny's tough, bro. He's tough. Jose Benavidez is tough too, but until Bun got him at the end of that fight. But he got a good chin too. So both these dudes got good chins, bro. So a knockdown in this fight, I don't see it happening. I see it going to the cards. But there's still an opportunity for a knockout. And the person I see that could get knocked out in this fight is Jose Benavidez. Not because of Bud. What Bud did. It's because if you watch him, man, you see a lot of his defensive flaws, especially like his offensive flaws. He's throwing his punches. His hands is always not. He never got his hands up on his face. You see it, and you can see Danny timing that. And then once you see Jose throwing something, Danny just cracking it with a left, and I can see him knocking out Jose Benavidez like that. So he going to be careful on the way he throws his punches against Danny Garcia. So I can see that happening. So, but for the most part, this is Danny's. He's getting accustomed to the division. I think this is a good fight for him right now. Moving up into 154. There's a lot of sharks, a lot of dangerous fighters up there. So I see this fight going. I'm gonna say going to the cards. Danny Garcia. I think this is gonna be a pretty close fight. To be honest, I think this is gonna be a split decision fight. So I think the nod gonna probably go to Danny. Probably gonna go to Danny. Danny gonna have to pick up his work rate in this fight. Benavidez could get him on points though. That's a possibility too. But I see Danny winning split decision, man. Just barely though. But also I see a knockout possible if Jose is irresponsible. I see him getting clipped by something, maybe like the 8th round, and Danny knocking him out. I'm not going to put that out there on the table as happening, but I'm going to leave it as a possibility. But my overall prediction is for Danny Garcia, split decision. This is Rebel Life Boxing, man. Let me know what you think about this fight. drop a comment, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to your boy. I'll catch y'all later. I'm out.